Alex Bangura from Training Real Estate Pros. This is Banguru's bi-weekly update on real estate. Thanks for listening in. So on today's webinar, we're going to basically talk about how to get started investing in real estate. In the past 8 years or so, these are basically the principles and steps that I have followed in my own personal life and business to really get my real estate investing to where it is today. Step one is basically you have to define your goals. Step two, you have to create a plan. Step three, you have to get educated. Step four, you have to build a team. Step five, you have to take action. And step six, you have to measure your progress and adjust your results accordingly. I see a lot of investors today that don't really have any goals. They're really going with the flow. And it's very difficult in a sense if you don't have a goal, because one of the things that I also learned when I started investing in real estate is if you don't know where you're going, then you're really never going to get there, because you don't have any goals that you're working towards. So it's a little bit difficult specifically to measure, say, how well you're doing and so forth. Another interesting quote that I learned that I've learned over the years, and that I also looked at very frequently, is from Jim Rohn. One of the quotes from Jim Rohn goes like this: if you don't design your own life plan, you will likely fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they've planned for you? Not much. So this is really important, specifically as a real estate investor, to really try your level best to design and define your own life plan, and put some goals around that that will help you achieve that plan in the fastest way as possible. And so how do you define, say, goals for your real estate business? Well, typically when I ask, say, 100 beginner investors about what they want real estate to provide to them, this is usually what I hear. I hear 30% say I want to make $1 million. I hear another 30% say I want to basically make enough money to quit my job, and I hear 20% say I want to own 10 properties, and 19% will provide any types of responses out there, and less than 1% actually know exactly how they're going to get there and what is it that they want real estate to provide to them. And all the other responses, 30% say I want to make $1 million. These type of goals are very, very boring, because they're not really specific to anything. And yes, you want to make $1 million. $1 million may look like a lot of money, but how much freedom will this really buy you? The goals like I want to basically quit my job, well, you may not want to quit your job. You may love what you're doing. So you want to basically set up goals that are very specific and very structured in nature, that would help you achieve whatever plan that you're preparing yourself to achieve. So how do you set goals? Well, these are some of the goals, the general format that you should use as you set up your goals, or as you start thinking of setting up goals. You need to basically think first, what is it that you want real estate to do for you financially? And you have to be very specific how this success will look like. For instance, how would you spend your time? What type of friends would you have? Where would you live? How many vacations a year? How many weeks of vacation a year do you want to take? How many properties do you want to own, and so forth? So these are also the things that you have to think about, as you set your goals for your real estate business. And one of the principles that I follow very closely when it comes to goal setting is something called the SMART principle. So the SMART principle basically allows you to ensure that the goals that you define have these 5 components in them. So any goal that you define, those goals or goal have to be very specific. The goal have to be measurable. The goal have to be acceptable by yourself, and the goal have to be realistic. And the goal have to have basically a time frame. Time frame is how long will it take you to achieve this? Will it be 3 months from now, 6 months, 2 years, 10 years? Realistic is you don't want to basically set a goal that you yourself know that you're not going to be able to achieve anytime soon. You don't want to set up a goal such as I want to make $10 million in 2 years. you may not have the capability to do so in 2 years. So you want your goals to be very specific. You want also your goals to be acceptable by yourself based on the skill set and level of experience that you have. So by saying I want to buy 3 houses in the next 6 months, this may be acceptable by you based on the level of finance that you have, based on the level of skill set that you have, and measurable. Again, it has to be measurable in terms of a month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months, and basically see how much progress that you're making towards that goal. And so these are some of the examples of goals that I set for myself for my real estate business. So basically, I set 2 types of goals. I set short-term goals, and I set also long-term goals. Short-term goals, these are goals that you achieve anywhere from 1 to 12 months. And long-term goals, these are goals that you have that usually take anywhere from 5 years and beyond. And a typical example of a short-term goals could be receiving on a monthly basis $1,000 from the investment properties that you have, or it may be just buying 3 rental properties in the next 6 months. So these are very short-term goals that you create for yourself. And long-term goals, these are goals that you plan, say 5 years from now. How many rental properties do you want to own 5 years from now? How much do you want your net worth to be, say 5 years from now? And maybe it could be just a personal goal for yourself, such as owning, say, a 5-bedroom house with 3 bathrooms with a pool, say, in 2 years or 3 years or 4 years after you started investing in real estate. So these are some of the principles and format that I use to basically set up my real estate investing goals. And goals, again, as Jim Rohn mentioned here, goals are very, very important. You have to try, set up and design a plan for yourself, that would really help you speed up how fast, you achieve the real estate investing goals that you set up. So basically, this presentation is provided by trainingrealestatepros.com. We do provide real estate training for all levels of real estate investors in Toronto and the GTA. So we provide training for beginners, intermediate, and advanced investors. And our website has a lot of information that would guide you specifically, the training programs that we offer. If you have any questions about this seminar, about this webinar, you can definitely give me a call at 905-789-8827. This has been Bangura's bi-weekly update on real estate. Thanks for listening in. See you later.